Product photography might be one of the most important aspects of marketing. When you think about it, a good photo can sell a bad product, but a bad photo isn't going to be able to sell a good product. When you think of any of the top selling products out there today, most likely you associate them with good photography. So how do we get those kind of shots? That is what we're going to be talking about today, starting with the background. Depending on your budget, you can go as mild or as wild as you want with your background. On the cheaper side, you can just pick up some colored cardstock from an office store. This will only run you a few dollars. For a little more, you can pick up these acrylic panels. I got these off of Amazon for about $25. And these are really nice if you want some reflections. So if you're doing jewelry, watches, stuff like that, acrylic panels can be really nice for that. Or if you really want, you can do what I did. I went down to the local hardware store and I got the real deal. This is 60 pounds of tile, and this is what we're going to be building our background with today. Now that everything is built, let me walk you through this setup, starting off with the background. I chose to go with light stone backsplash. What sold me on this was all the different textures and heights of the rock. I knew I wanted to shoot light across the background, so having different heights and textures would make for a cool effect. Now for the base, I went with a concrete colored tile with very subtle texturing. The main thing with this is I needed something that was very matte and wouldn't reflect a ton of light. I felt this matched the background nicely without being too bright or too dark. I picked up the backsplash tile, mounting supplies, and hardware from Home Depot for under $70. Next up, we have lighting. This is arguably the most important part. For the main light, I went with an overhead LED mono light with a 36-inch softbox and grid. For the background, I used my Nanlite Pavo Tube 2 6C. This is an awesome little RGB light that allows me to change up the color of the background whenever I want. And then lastly, for a little accent, I put some gaff tape over a reflector of another LED studio light to create a strip light. Studio lighting is my preferred way to light these kind of scenes because you have full control over the look, but if you don't have any lights, using a window or door with sunlight can be a great way to light a scene like this. Now that we have the lighting dialed in, props are your friend. Finding something small to throw in the background or foreground of shots can add a lot to the overall scene. I personally like to use a lot of fake plants. I have a few different kind of plants depending on the look and feel I'm going for. A lit candle might be a great way to add some soft light to the background. Try and choose items that go with the subject. If I'm shooting a lens, I'll try adding in a vintage camera or another piece of gear that makes sense for the scene. And then lastly, get creative. Experiment with low angle, top down, shallow depth of field, deep depth of field. Change around the lighting or background elements. I can tell you from experience, the only way you're gonna get better photos is by shooting, moving a light, trying again, adding an element, trying again, removing an element, trying again. There is no secret to this. You just have to experiment and find what works for you. Now this isn't just for product photography. You can easily shoot B-roll in a setup like this. All of the shots from my last video reviewing the DJI mic were shot right here. It can be a great place to get both photo and videos for selling, promoting, or in my case, reviewing products. If you're somebody that has been interested in getting into product photography, there really has been no better time to start than right now. E-commerce is massive and getting even bigger every single day. If you already own a business or if you sell online, hopefully you guys were able to take something from this video, implement it into your business, and grow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in another one.